Today I'm teaching you how to tune congas. I've had so many messages on people on the YouTube channel asking me how I tune the congas and how I get the sound that I get out of them. So today I'm just going to give you a quick tutorial on how to do it. So tuning congas is actually pretty easy. It's not as hard as it looks. Now there is some things that you must know, and it's that the congas have specific note tunings. So you have 2 congas, 3 congas, 4 congas, even 5 congas. They need to be tuned to a specific note in order for it to work. So right in front of me I have my Richie Gadget congas, and they're in a barrel wood. They're really pretty. This is a tumbadora and this is a conga. The conga is usually the main one that you play in, and the tumbadora is the one that resonates with the bass. So this is how I tune my congas. So the way that I tune it is that I just go crisscross like I normally would, like on a normal drum head, until I start feeling the tension in the head kind of like start sitting in. You'll probably hear it crack every once in a while. Don't worry, these heads will not break. They're really, really durable. So like I was saying, depending on the style of music that I'm playing, that's how I'm gonna tune my congas. So if I'm playing old school salsa, I don't want the tones to be a little bit higher. I don't want that. I want it to be a little bit lower, because back then, the colors of those sounds were a little bit, lower in timbre, if that makes sense. It sounded lower, a little bit more dirty, if that makes sense. So let's check here. That's pretty good, actually. Now, I'm tuning on carpet, so I have to make sure and keep in mind that that's not actually the tone of it. The tone is probably this one. So that's one way to check. You can just lift it off the floor and then you'll be able to hear the actual tone. So now that I have that tone down, and now that the conga is tuned, I'm gonna take my tune bar, which is this little thing right here, and I'm just gonna stick it on the rim, and I'm gonna figure out what that note is. What the tune bar does, it actually tells me the note and the hertz in which the sound is found. It looks like the tone is a C sharp 4. So let's actually tune it down a little bit so that way it's not sharp and we have it in a natural. Right on it. So we're right now on a C4. That's literally perfect. So if this is a C4, I'm going to want to tune this one to a G, or maybe even an A, or maybe even an E. So let's just see which one sounds better. A little bit too high, so it's an A3. It's not too bad. Sounds pretty good, actually. I wouldn't be opposed to using that. It's just a major 6, so it's not horrible. So let's try it out. Let's see how it sounds. So this is an A3. I like the sound of it a little bit, so let's just see if we can get it to be a natural A3. Just a little bit more. And that's how I tune my congas. It's really not that hard. I just try to find the perfect sound. And obviously there are different tuning methods and there are different styles. Some people like to tune to perfect 4th or perfect 5ths or even 6. I tune my congas depending on what style of music I'm playing. This here right here works for basically everything, to be honest. I can use this tuning for any style of music, including new salsa and old salsa. It just sounds good. That sounds. See how the wawanko sounds. That's pretty good. So that is what I do when I tune congas. I just kind of pick a starting note, usually like at a C natural note or like a G major natural note, like something that's just in a natural state, and I kind of tune around it. That's the main thing that I do to tune my congas, just because that's the easiest way to do it. And honestly, it sounds good when you're up there. Sometimes it's not that complicated. Sometimes it's just a matter of just doing it, if that makes sense. The simpler it is, the better it is. All right, so that's it for today's video. If you guys have any questions, any comments, please leave them down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Help the channel out. Share this video to somebody that needs to learn how to tune congas. And yeah, thank you for coming. Peace.